You watch anything?
I watched WrestleMania.
How did that go?
Night one only had one match that I found interesting. And that was Seth versus Gunther. And that match was a beast. It was just like 10 minutes of just action. Started good in the ring. Then it went to outside of the ring. This Gunther picked this up, powerbombed this on the announce table, picked this up and powerbombed him, hit like landed him on the side of the ring. Back. Ooh. Was whooping his motherfucking ass. And then he got on top of the announce table because the announce table didn't break when he powerbombed him on it.
How?
He get him on that shit about the powerbomb. He front flipped, landed on his feet, and then put him in the pedigree on the table. Bow! And then he went to the other table to jump off to put his foot on the back of his head and curb stomp him. Ugh. So everything going hard. I'm like, bro, how's this match gonna end? Out of nowhere, Braun Breaker comes out, spears Seth Rollins, and then Gunther takes him to the ring, put him to sleep. I was mad as a bitch. I was like, bro, this good of a match, I didn't think it needed an interference. It was good. But to build the story, because Braun Breaker got hurt months ago, like around with Seth Rollins. Because they turned on Seth, and then something happened like a week or two later where he got injured. So now they're trying to continue that story.
Ah, got you.
Now, night two started off Oba versus Brock. That was a 5-minute match.
What the
Because it started off basically Brock Lesnar hit this with like 3 German suplexes. And then he just picked up Oba, hit him with the F5. Bow! Then he like taunted and shit. Because you know how when you do something, you get hyped. Like you dunked on a
Yes.
And then he turned around and Oba was standing up. Oba hit him with a choke slam. Pow! Fall from grace powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. And then everybody was hyped because everybody wanted Oba to win. And you had to make it decisive.
Yeah, I'm happy he won. I'm just mad that was only 5 minutes.
Well, basically, I said the German suplexes. The first thing that happened is they went outside the ring because Oba was overpowering him. And then Brock retreated to outside the ring.
Damn.
And then Brock hit him in like the corner post and hit him on the stairs. So now Oba was weakened. Then he did the 3 German suplexes in the F5. And then he hit the F5. He got hyped. He turned around. This Oba on his knees. He stood straight up, chokeslam that. I'm like, yeah, you need to build him like that. So after the match, shit was cool. I'm just like, all right, yeah. What's next, Brock? Then Brock took off his gloves, took off his shoes to show that he retired. The next match, the 6-man ladder match, that was absolute mayhem, bro. This did a front flip pile driver off a ladder onto another ladder.
What the
That shit was just
bro,
action.
these are gymnasts.
It was such an interesting, high-octane match. It was the entire time. It was one time when it was climbing up the ladder. Javon Evans is outside the ring. He jumps onto the apron, jumps up onto the ropes, bounce off of that shit, clothesline this off the ladder. So he had to jump high enough to get to the top of the ladder to clothesline this off.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that boy bouncy. So I was watching that shit. That shit was a great match. And then Penta ended up retaining. Wanted Javon to win, which I'd have been cool if he'd have won too. But I think how Penta has been defending that title, and Penta is, I believe, I know he's Hispanic because he speaks Spanish. But I don't know what his what country he's from. I think Mexico. I don't know, and I think it is Mexico actually. But he fights and retains his title on 2 different promotions because he'll do it on WWE, but then he'll also do it on Triple A. So which is the Lucha company.
Ah, gotcha.
So he ain't putting on more matches where he's just like, it's a possibility that I'm gonna get hurt, so I'm a bullshit it. Nigga, no. He does some shit cause I remember watching that match that he fought against Vikingo, and you heard the commentator say, bro, you know he's 2 weeks from WrestleMania? He's doing shit like this 2 weeks from WrestleMania. He said, bro, that's terrifying. And he puts on great matches, so I was okay with him winning. And then you had I don't think that was a third match, but it may have been. But Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn. This nigga Trick Williams came out with a white fur coat that was as long as a football field.
What the fuck?
That shit.
This nigga made his way to the ring and his coat was still at the entrance?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I was like, man, this nigga getting married to the title. That shit was a quick match too. Trick Williams whooped that nigga. Whooped that Trick.
Whoop that Trick.
And then beat him. Now, I think this match surprised me because I wasn't really that invested because they didn't do a good build up. But it was Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. I wasn't really interested in that match that much because Jade, she had that title for damn near a year now, and she only defended it once or twice. So it wasn't really I didn't really care for Jade that much. I think she's attractive. She fine. But I'm like, you kind of got to get that title up. And then that match happened. I'm just like, oh, she can't lose the title.
It was that good.
It was better than I thought. I had low expectations, so maybe me having low expectations maybe rated high. But I'm watching this fight, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then, you ain't a wrestling fan, but she hit her with the one wing angel, which you put her in like the electric chair shit. It's like, basically, you know how like if you're at a concert and somebody can't see, you put them on your shoulders?
Yeah.
So she put Rhea Ripley on her shoulders, made one leg go to her back, pulled her head down like this, and then slammed on the back of her shoulders.
God damn.
I was like, damn. But
These
how,
motherfuckers strong.
bro, the women don't be playing. But then I'm watching the match, and then you see all of Jay Cargill's lackeys come up to try to like fuck it up a little bit. And I ain't gonna even lie. I was just like, yeah, Jay got this. But then Io Sky, who's Rhea Ripley's friend, came out, beat them two girls up. And then she picked her up to about to do her special talking about Jay Cargill. Jay Cargill picked her up, and then Rhea Ripley used her feet to push, like kicked her feet forward, and then used the momentum to go under her while holding her arm and then put her in her special. Blah! It was so fast. It was sharp.
Fam, what the fuck?
It was
These
sharp.
people be doing.
It was sharp. It looked realistic. It was sharp. It was fast. She didn't go under her, crawl a little bit. Nah, she was just in front, flip behind her that fast. So
Dog, I'm cool.
that match was
I don't
good.
want no motherfucker Spider-Man around my body.
That was oh, and first off, when Penta came out, I'm going back to the old match. When Penta came out, that nigga had because he always, luchas wear masks. Mm-hmm. But he had his mask on, but over top of it, he had the Shao Kahn helmet.
Ooh.
That shit looked raw.
Did you see the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer?
I don't watch trailers because I don't want to be spoiled. So I know the movie come out next month.
Fair enough. That and the Street Fighter trailer came out.
Shit, that's the second trailer.
Yeah, with more detail.
See, but I didn't watch that either because I seen it and it was like 3-4 minutes long. I'm like, nah.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I saw highlights from it. It looks about what I want. Some people are saying this looks cheesy and campy. That's exactly
what I want.
What I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. Like I like for a video game movie to feel like I'm watching a video game movie. And that's exactly what we're getting, and I'm happy with that.
I do like that they got 2 wrestlers from WWE playing the characters.
Hell, they got Volk in it. Like, I appreciate the fact that y'all are using actual, like, fighters and shit in this. Now, let's see how good of a job they do.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the job. That first Street Fighter movie with John Claude, like, it was good for what the time was, that was cool.
Nah, I'll say I'm good with cheesy. It just has to be an entertaining cheesy.
You can parody the game. I'm cool with it.
Like I said, entertaining cheesy.
But because Roman Reigns plays Akuma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm hype about that. He don't even need that much screen time. All I need them to do, they need to make a hard fucking Ryu fight. Because that nigga who plays Ryu is the main character off of The Warrior, the Netflix show.
Ooh.
That show?
Yeah, he was very good in that.
But what was it? The season finale for season 1 when he fought against that one dude. I ain't seen that many martial artist movie in this day and age have that level of choreography.
Yeah, it's rare we come across stuff like that has like Jackie Chan levels of.
No, I will not say anything on Jackie Chan's levels because nobody was doing it back then. It was just him.
Was it just him?
They had choreography, but I'm talking about Jackie Chan level.
Nah, he was doing his own stunts.
This nigga
broke every single bone in his body at this point.
This nigga will get a fucking coffee mug and put you in it. Nah, he was next level.
Cold brew.
Bro, and this nigga get a step ladder and then beat the dog shit out you with it. Nah, I'm cool.
Jackie Chan was different.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. Jackie Chan is my favorite. Mm-hmm. Jet Li was right fucking there, and Donnie Yen was right fucking there.
I'll say Jackie Chan's, like, his catalog is just so goddamn dense, and it's all over the fucking place. You don't know. Like, this nigga be playing a cop one movie and then a mythical beast. Yeah. Like, you don't know where he's gonna go with his movies, and that's why, like, I like his, like, that's why he's at the top. He was willing to do whatever as long as he's like, can I jump off a ladder into a fucking skyscraper?
Yeah,
cool.
You a lawyer.
I'm a fighting lawyer. That's how I get the evidence.
He's like, I'll fight all your cases. I'm like, all right.
It's like a Phoenix Wright with boxing gloves on.
Basically.
All right. You got it. Hey, if it works, you got choreography? Ding. Fuck it.
But no, for me, the reason why Jet Li is so close is because what was it? Unleashed and then Fearless. Those two movies alone.
Which one was DMX? Was that Cradle to the Grave?
Yeah.
That one was good too.
And then Romeo Must Die.
Yeah, those were. Like, his catalog is crazy too.
Cradle to the Grave, and then it was like Kiss of the Dragon, the one where he got the needle and he put it in the back of his neck, and then it paralyzed the dude. And then he said, when I take this out, you're gonna like literally suffer the most gruesome death. And he took that shit out. He said, I don't feel anything. He said, it's gonna happen when I leave. And the nigga was like, I was like, Jesus. Like, blood was coming out of every orifice, like his ears, eyes, nose, all that shit.
And I had an interesting thought. Which one of them was more, like, because I feel like it's Jet Li. Which one of them was more like hood classic-y style? Like, I think it was Jet Li because of the people he worked with.
That's a hard answer. Hard one. If I'm being real, you can say Jet Li because he had Aaliyah, DMX, shit like that on there. But Jackie Chan was Jackie Chan. He did Rush Hour.
That's why I'm at my head. I'm like, he worked with Rush Hour. I mean, he worked in Rush Hour with Chris Tucker, who was at the height of his career. One of the funniest niggas ever at that time. So it's kind of hard because you can say Jet Li because he worked with more like urbanish type of people like DMX and Aaliyah, just those alone. But Jackie Chan worked with one of the funniest niggas ever at the height of his career.
That was like close to.
We let him say nigga.
If I'm being real, that was like when the first one came out, that was close to like maybe a year or two after Friday, and we loved Friday. Exactly. So that kind of like carried him. Now I know the question you asked. I'm going to Donnie Yen right now, but I fucked with Donnie Yen way before Ip Man.
When did you start?
My cousin. I remember he showed me the one jump where he had a bald head. He was like a monk, and he fought with this one dude, and he was stick fighting with him, and then they were fighting both using a staff. And then every time it broke, which each one of those broke in a different way, they had like a perfect martial art for how that weapon broke. And this was like back in the day when, you know, the sound effects didn't meet the fight. Like he'll miss the kick, you hear, it's like, it was that time, and it was on VHS. I think it was Shaolin Master. I can't remember the name of it. I'm not gonna say that I know it, but I remember watching that, and I became a fan of that nigga. And then he wasn't in most of our movies. We was getting Jackie Chan and Jet Li often. Yes. And then you see Ip Man, and the first movie was great. The fight scene in the second movie was the greatest I've seen in a minute.
I never seen any of that Ip Man movies.
Nigga, that fight scene on 2 when like, because they had like the people in his country like fighting to get food and shit. So they'd go there and, you know, for like,
they just held like tournaments just for niggas to eat.
Yeah, like they was just like, nah, if you want some food, then you gotta fight my soldiers to make sure, you know, they're sharp. So win or loss, you get some food.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and then
it's fucked up. Very interesting.
Yeah, one nigga got fucked up, got his face broken, knocked unconscious. I think he died, and he was like, hey, give this food to his family. And that nigga Ip Man was just like, I'm hungry. That nigga got up on that shit. First nigga got just devoured. Damn. And then they were just like, everybody fight this nigga. Bruh, I remember when he caught the nigga, like nigga went for a kick. I ain't gonna explain the whole fight. I just want to explain this one part. But the nigga went for a kick. He caught his foot, and then he pulled, which ended up separating his hip. Oh! And this nigga forced you to be flexible.
Oh, God, that sounds painful.
Forced him to do a split and still broke it again.
Nah, bro. Break anything. Don't break my hip. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that fight scene alone. That's up there with like greatest fight scene. Now, if I'm being real, Fearless and Unleashed, those two movies. Unleashed is the one we had the collar on.
Yeah, that one was hard.
Yeah. Now, Fearless, I remember when, because, you know, he was in the town that he was in, he was revered as like the best kung fu master, and everybody wanted to be his fucking, like, be under him. So I remember him just walking around. A nigga would walk up, it's like, sir, can I be your what is it called? Student. I was trying to think of the right word, but
can I be like your sensei? Or not sensei.
I was thinking that, so I kept thinking sensei when I was talking. But he was like, can I be your student? He was like, yeah, nigga. So the nigga had 762 students.
God damn.
I'm making that number up. But then this other dude who everybody actually revered as the main master showed up, and he just around town. He was like, "Hey, get my girl some jewelry. You ain't got no girl. Man, shut the fuck up and give it to her." He was just that nigga walking around, and then that nigga, Jet Li started getting jealous. He was just like, "I don't like this nigga, bro. This nigga acting like he's smooth as a bitch." So then he started walking around with him. They act like, hey, they're having conversations, but whenever they get around something, they'll like test their kung fu. Like it was like this big ass little wooden thing that looked like a coffin in the street. And then Jet Li like elbowed it, and it went to the nigga, and he like stopped it easily with his hand. And he pushed it to Jet Li. Jet Li tried to stop it, and then the top flew off, and he had to stop it with his upper arm. And then that's when Jet Li's jealousy went over. So that night, he went to this nigga crib to fight him, and then he killed him. And then that really put him down a fucked up path, because he started like, he was extremely guilty, which ended up making him become a very, very true master, because he was like more enlightened then. That last fight, my nigga, they don't even like, I don't even remember how it ended, because I don't think it ended with a clear victory, but it was just that good. That nigga put his country on the map. That fucking movie was so good. And then I remember as a kid, I was just like, man, we be in school and shit. It was like, yo, who win in a fight, Jet Li or Jackie Chan? We was like, I don't know, nigga. We don't know. They never gonna have Jet Li gonna win. I was like, no, Jackie Chan gonna win, nigga. That's who gonna win.
I thoroughly think Jackie Chan.
And then they did the movie.
What movie?
I don't remember the name of the movie. I know the main character was a white dude. And then I think he was cool. I can't remember who he was. I think Jackie Chan. And then him and Jet Li fought in that movie.
I didn't even know that had did a movie.
Nigga, I went to the movie theater for that. Me and like everybody in my class went. We was hyping that bitch. And then when the fight happened, it was like a solid like 3 minutes. And then they never fought again. It was no clear winner. It was just a stalemate.
Boo.
I was like, you sons of bitches.
Boo. As soon as you said they were in a movie and they fought, I was like, that's going to be a stalemate. There's no way they're going to actually have a clear victor for those two. Because everybody at that point is like, who would win? Who would win? So I'm going to tease something. I ain't going to ever give you an answer, though.
Yeah. Shit, back in the day, they didn't play that shit. They said Chuck Norris could beat Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was like, put it on the screen. That nigga ripped out his chest hair. That nigga's like, I was like, oh, that was raw.
Yo, a nigga ripping out chest hair is crazy.
They don't say, boing, 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 boing. I'm defeated. Bruh.
Like some 40-year-old version shit. You just see little droplets of blood on his shirt when he put it back on.
Facts. I just feel like we don't get that. And I feel like it's a market for it, and we just stopped.
There's 100% a market for it. I think that's why Shang-Chi did as well as it did.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
It had solid choreography. People were missing that.
Yeah, I'll still say Cobra Kai didn't have the most solid choreography, but that tells you right there that we would like some cheesy, like Power Rangers type shit still.
People are just afraid to do it because nobody want to lose money.
Yeah, so.
But my thing is, if you have a solid story and you have choreographed fights in it, I think you'll be fine.
I think that that's all you need. Like, you don't need to have no crazy story, which I think that they think they need. No, all you need is some great fight scenes, bro. We are simple.
All you need is like great fight, have a average to decent story. Like I want to say nowadays, maybe it needs to be slightly above average, but it doesn't need to be anything like super crazy. And have amazing ass fight scenes. That movie would do so well because there's a market for it now because we don't have it.
Like, and let's be real, everybody who's a clipper out there will only clip the fight scenes, which will make you want to watch the movie.
That's what happens with anime. Don't nobody give a fuck about the stories in anime nowadays.
Masi Menos, more or less. Like, I think people still like the story.
I'm talking about the people who make like the online content. They don't get like Jujutsu Kaisen is doing so well as it is right now because of all those fights. Jujutsu Kaisen's story is below average to me.
What do you consider average?
Story wise?
Yeah.
I want to say in the beginning, Demon Slayers was average and then it dipped later on.
I feel like JJK is right there in my opinion.
I think now I take back what I said. They're about both relative. Actually, I'll put JJK's story above Demon Slayers only because eventually Demon Slayers becomes the exact same story bit over and over again, and that gets boring versus like even with season 3 of JJK, I was when they were like having a little story bits, I'm like, this is actually kind of interesting.
Well,
It's not the best, but it definitely was interesting.
I definitely agree. You know, I that's why I was like, what do you consider average? Because I think they had an average story. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's like the greatest thing I ever seen.
Yeah,
but,
now I'm thinking about it. I'll definitely say I think JJK's is average. So yeah, but I still say the popularity of it is due to
fights,
the Clippers.
Yeah,
like the people who just take the fight scenes, or the people who make the edit videos out of them. Like that is what propelled that to the way it did.
I'm mad that I'm like this, but I really want to watch Invincible right now. I really want to, but I'm just like, I can't yet. Like, I need to be close to the end of the season, and then I like binging.
Fair enough. I Invincible's cool. For me, it's stuff like that in superhero shows kind of throws me off, because it's kind of like it doesn't become about the hero stuff. It becomes about the drama around it, like Mark's dating life shit.
Yeah,
I don't care about shit like that.
I don't give a damn about hero work, because my thing is, I got enough of that.
I'm not even necessarily saying that. It's just maybe it's the shit that's happening around it that kind of just throws me off. I don't know. I've never been a fan of like watching just blatant drama stuff. So
I don't think the drama is good enough for like. Well, what I've seen with Invincible, I don't really remember the drama shit.
It's a lot of it surrounds his dating life and the work personal life balance, stuff like that. Or
yeah, I remember because I watched enough of it.
Dating life shit, like I'm just like, I don't really give a fuck about any of that.
I'll say this. I don't mind that, because the show is about him, so let's just like have an entire 80% of it be about him. It's okay that I like Daredevil. I'm not trying to shit on Daredevil, but I liked Punisher more, and I don't feel like it. Like, unless you want to introduce more people, which that's was their intent, nigga. I don't want somebody else to be more interesting than the main character. Which, and I ain't gonna lie, Invincible, they do that, because Thrag, that nigga's going the fuck off right now.
Yeah, I don't even mind that, but in the example you gave, like Punisher, it's seeing how he's coping with what happened and shit. Like, I like that. I don't care for like relationship drama shit.
I'll say I don't really mind it if it's not like too much into it. I let that shit go. Like, I
don't like seeing it.
I don't give it like, even with this new Spider-Man movie, I want all y'all to enjoy it. Don't listen to my opinion and thinking that shit's just the right opinion. Then nigga, this is just me. I don't give a fuck about this nigga going through all this bullshit. I really don't. Nigga, struggle. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm like,
but that's my mindset with Invincible. I don't give a fuck about any of this shit that's happening.
I understand, but I'm just like, all right, I'm watching Spider-Man. Now I'm just seeing shit happen to Peter Parker. I don't give a fuck about that. Nigga, put the mask on. You are not important.
Then why don't you have that mindset with Invincible?
I didn't say I didn't have that mind. I just said that I want to see it because if I'm being real, the scale on how they was fighting, I ain't never seen somebody just charge up an uppercut, have no wind power, and suck everybody in the room up. Nigga, that's strength. I like seeing just like feats of strength.
You're still kind of more or less on the side that I'm on, which is I don't much care about all of the other drama stuff outside of superhero stuff. Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
To a certain degree. Like, you still enjoy watching a person suffer on big screen.
My thing is, it depends on what it is, and I don't like when you're beating a dead horse, and Invincible kind of felt like that a bit to me, where it's all of the scenarios is just Mark going through relationship drama for the most part, to me anyway. I could be wrong.
Wait a minute, do you only watch season 1?
I watched, I think 1, 2, and part of 3.
Yeah, like I understand that to a certain degree, but my only issue is, like, right now, I always wanted to understand more about the Viltrumites, and that shit is on front screen right now.
Yeah, that's interesting to me.
See, now, and my thing is, that's the reason why I want to watch Invincible. I didn't say Invincible was a better show. I said I want to watch Invincible now because it got to where I wanted to get to. That's it.
Yeah, I'm definitely more interested in that. That's like, that would get me to watch.
Yeah.
Like seeing stuff like that, or seeing how like he copes with the fact that, like, from my understanding, his dad's back around now. Like, Omni-Man's back around. How do y'all cope with this scenario now?
I don't give a fuck about that. I'm just like, I got other issues. Like, I'll say, like, just like when we used to go see movies, And then we were just like, what y'all think about? Oh, it was riveting. I'm like, oh, this nigga using big words. All right, I'll holler at y'all, man.
Riveting is a big word.
Let's be real. That shit ain't used on a daily basis. You don't go out of, like, you don't hear that shit often. I ain't trying to hear that shit, bro. I just want to, like, hey, nigga, that shit was hard as a bitch. Hey, y'all gonna get hype. Fuck all that. Oh yeah, like just the intricacies of his character. I'm just like, bro, go somewhere with that shit. I don't feel like hearing that. You can enjoy it. Do it. Do your thing. I'm ooga booga as a motherfucker.
Clearly.
But yeah, like I feel like niggas always want to sound smart. I'm like, nigga, go out of here. Get out of here, nigga.
Well, there's a proper balance in everything.
No, I balance everything else out. Shit that I like, if you pay attention to the shit that I pay attention to or like, it's so imbalanced. And I don't really mind it.
Speaking on Capcom, they're on a generational run right now. Like, serious. Since they remade Resident Evil 2, they've been on a run that is absolutely insane. I didn't even play Resident Evil 9. I don't want to. But even how that was received, that came out, I think that came out in February. And since then, they've released a whole nother game that is getting critical acclaim, Pragmata. Like, it's insane how consistent they've been since Resident Evil 2 remake. It's insane. Like, Pragmata is really fucking good.
Well, I'm going to be real. I would play it. I'm probably not going to. That's mainly because I don't want to get attached to that girl and then something happens. Only reason. And I know I seen that, like I was watching somebody play it and you had like to do damage to certain people. You had to like hack. Mm-hmm. I was like, I don't want to do that. No, I'm good.
I thought I wasn't going to like that system at first, but it actually works really well. Especially when like certain, like, so you've seen the hack sphere, right? So certain nodes, if you go over them before you go to the full hack, will inflict certain either attributes or damage or certain shit to the robots and stuff to hurt them more or overheat them, stuff like that. Like, they really do a good job in implementing certain things with that system to make it more enjoyable besides just, I'm just hacking and that's it. And now I can do damage. Like, it's really well done and thought out, especially when like they have like certain implants you can have or certain nodes you can have depending on your play style. Mm-hmm. Like, it works exceptionally well. I think that's a very creative and well thought out system for that game and how it works. So it's not just mindlessly shooting something, like thinking about how you want to, because one of the nodes is if you hack this one, it hacks everything else around it as well. So now all of them have been hacked. So now you can add damage to all of them. Like, stuff like that. Like, it works exceptionally well. Like, I really thought this is going to get boring after a while, but I'm 10 hours in and I'm still enjoying it.
Well, I'm not saying because I didn't think that the game looked bad. Even when I was looking at Homeboy play it, because I watched like 30 minutes of his playthrough. Even when I was watching, I'm like, oh, okay, this actually looks fun. But for me, I would play that game for the story, and that shit would hurt me. So I was just like, no, I don't want to do that. Well,
like the story.
I'll say this. I seen. No. I'm gonna change what I just said. I watched Homeboy do the gameplay. It is story to it. I don't need like certain story to be in depth for like the main story. It can just be just like how I like what is it? I'm about to say Left 4 Dead. Good Lord, The Last of Us.
So you're talking about story is watching characters interact with each other
to a certain degree. Like I'll say at first I didn't think that I was going to like The Last of Us because I didn't think that I needed a little bit more on the story. I was sure about that. But then it was, I wanted to know about Joel's story and I got it.
Yeah, that's the type
it wasn't like how he interact with him. Cause we just got Joel, daughter, like, at the beginning, daughter and wife gone. But then I was just like, bro, I got to be something about this nigga because he's too well informed. Like the part when you go up to this one place and you see the nigga in the middle of the street and he's bloody. Mm-hmm. And then he was just like, I don't see a mark on that nigga. Look around. You don't get regular skills like that normally. Mm-hmm. So then I'm just like, bro, what's behind him? And then when you met the one dude who had that whole town rigged up with explosives, how do you know a nigga like that? So then I was interested in Joel's story. Then you find out more about Homegirl, that she's the cure. So then I kind of got locked in right then.
I'll say the game story is kind of similar.
And that's what I said. I can follow that story on Pragmata that way.
And you get the story like kind of like how how Kratos and Atreus interacts with each other in God of War. Mm-hmm. You kind of get the story like that. Like you find out more about his background from his talking to her while you're out doing stuff.
Well, I'll say this: the first God of War before Ragnarok, just like I told you, I thought the game was good. I didn't really care for the story at all until like at later on, I liked the boss fights. That's what made me love that game so much.
Yeah, they were really good.
I love the boss fight on that first game was next
Especially
fucking level.
the Valkyries. Oh my god.
I'm not talking about the difficulty. What I mean is the idea of them. Like Baldur, like when you first fight him, he's invincible, so you couldn't do shit to him. Then you had to get the right fucking whatever Atreus' sword. I mean, not sword. His arrows were. Mm-hmm. Then you can do some damage to him. And then while you fighting him, you're fighting this big ass giant at the same time. And then like when you had to fight against both of Odin's sons, it was those. Like the difficulty of certain fights can get me if I really like who I'm fighting against. Mm-hmm. But mainly, no, I fought the Valkyries and I was just like, okay, that was cool. Just like on the second one on Ragnarok, it was cool fighting against all those, going to all those grave sites and fighting against all of those people. That was fine. But it was the story on that one that made me stay.
Yeah, I was gonna say the second one's definitely more story driven.
Yeah, so that's what made that's so like basically I gotta have a game that locks me at something. Like the gameplay gotta be phenomenal. Now Pragmata, I would want that for the story, but damn it, I don't even want to be spoiled because if it's interesting, I'm probably gonna want to play it, but I don't want nothing to happen to that little girl. So
I'm not gonna say it's as interesting as the Last of Us story, but I still like how those two characters interact with each other because that little girl feels like you're raising her.
Yeah, I understand.
Like that shit feels like I really like I'm in my head like you said you don't want nothing to happen to her. In my head, I'm like something is based off of how they're setting all this up, and I'm a ball like a bitch when it happens.
See, and with Last of Us 1, it was like I didn't play that style of game before, and I wanted to know more about Joel. Mm-hmm. So then they shattered that in the second game at the beginning. Mm-hmm. So now I want to see this revenge story. Then later on, you playing with the person that caused the revenge to start. Then I got interested in her story because y'all got a well-working machine at the place that she's at. Y'all got running water. Y'all got weapons. Y'all got vehicles. Y'all got training facilities. Y'all got places for children. Y'all have a hospital, but it ain't like the best like nurses, but people that know a little bit good about being a combat medic. You had all of this. So you had a well-oiled machine. And then now I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Does this civilization fall? Which it didn't, but when that revenge started happening, shit got crazy. And then I got to be on the other end of the people that I want to win. I got to be on the other side, like trying to beat the people that I want to win. I've never had that sort of fight happen to me. Yeah. So that was why I like that. And honestly, I kind of got away from who dies. I don't care who died then. Now, with that game, something bad happened to that girl. I know for a good little minute, I'm probably not going to play any video games.
Like, I just like the way that, like, once you get into the main character's background story, like, as he's talking to her, you gain an understanding of why he interacts with her the way that he does when you know his background. And that just made me invested even more. Like, as far as, like, how the story itself goes, it's a nigga who's trying to figure out what happened on the moon.
Well, normal adults, when they see children, you try to, like, hey, guy, how you doing? But you ain't gonna try to interact, like, too in depth. But a normal person, if you see a little girl by herself, you're gonna try to protect her.
I was gonna say, but this is an AI we're talking about, but
still,
it looks and acts
like a little girl.
Just like a little girl.
You're gonna your protective instincts are gonna pop in.
But I will say his attachment to her, as quick as he got attached to her, his background shows me why. Because at first I was kind of like, he kind of got attached kind of quick, but it makes sense based off his background to me now. But yeah, everything about that game is just interesting to me. Like, I really like it, and the boss fights are really solid.
Okay. Yeah, I know. As of right now, I finished Dragon Age. I was about to start Mass Effect series, the trilogy, but I was just like, I'm gonna wait a little bit for that.
That's a good one.
I don't want to put that much effort into a game right yet. I need something that's like fun and quick. That's like what I'm looking for right now.
I was gonna say Pragmata, but you don't want to go that route right now.
Well, you're 10 hours in. That's not quick.
What's quick to you? Well, I'm 10 hours in because I like to do everything.
Yeah,
But
like
that being said, I don't know how quick the game is. Like I think if you go right through it, it won't be that long.
yeah, like I don't need to like in depth of a game right now. Like I need something to cool me down because I like Dragon Age. You had to play the fuck out that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, which it's fine. I love the game. I never said it was bad or anything. It's just
That's why I needed a cool down period after I finished Danganronpa. It's like that was a lot. I need something to like just.
All right, I'll
like
say
shit.
a quick like this. I'm still playing Warhammer 40,000, whatever it's called.
40K.
Yeah, so I'm still playing that, and I'm just doing Siege, so I can just get on that game. I don't need a story. Just get on Siege and just play.
Like in and out, like quick 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't need to. I'm not involved in that story. You know, I'm just playing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't need anything that I'm getting truly invested in because I need to, rebuild up my battery again. Because that game, that would deflate my battery if something bad happened to her. And I don't even think like if she like died or anything. Even if y'all end up getting to the point where y'all get separated, would get me.
I didn't even think about that. That could be a possibility as well.
Yeah. So if anything, I think like y'all might get separated, but not dying. Or maybe the girl turn on you later on, like something happened with her AI system, and she just sees you as an enemy.
There are so many possibilities that can happen because in a story when they're saying, "Hey, after this, I'm gonna show you this." That's when you know something's gonna happen. When they have shit set up, like, yeah, when we're done, I'm gonna take you back to Earth with me, and I'm gonna show you why I live.
That's what they call a death flag.
Yes. That's exactly what's happening. That's what's been happening. I'm like, ooh, yeah, this is gonna hurt.
Like Surviving as a Barbarian, that manga, that one when they had that because it's like a lot of new characters that showed up, and then when they was all in the campfire before they did the mission, they were just like, hey bro, this is my name, this that and the third, and they was like, hey, when we all done, we're gonna all get drinks. Most of them niggas died and everybody changed.
Right, so that's what happened in the first or second episode of first episode of Solo Leveling. When all them niggas like it was at the gate and they're like, yeah, after this we're gonna do this. Or the dude was talking about his family back home, and that's why he came back. I got a family at home. We got a newborn on the way. I gotta make sure they straight. And then this nigga got sliced like a piece of cake.
Yeah, nah. On this one, niggas was just like, because if I'm being real, the main character was just like, I gotta forget, and I can't put my feelings behind it because half of these niggas gonna die. And I think only 2 of them survived, and it was like 20.
Damn.
Not altogether 20. It's way more people than that. But 20 people that put their name out there and they gave like actual different character designs and backstories.
Imagine you go to do something and 90% of the people you went with don't make it.
I'm about to say right now, like he didn't even beat the main villain. Another villain came and took him away, but he lost his leg and his arm.
Jesus Christ, bro.
I'm just like, nigga, I don't know what y'all doing next.
I couldn't do no shit like that.
But like Surviving as a Barbarian has been absolute gas week to week. I have not found anything more consistent than that.
Yeah, I need to read that one.
That one has been good. Absolute regression. At certain times, I just want to put that down. And then they went like 5 weeks of just people talking because it was one of the people that, because, they're part of like the demonic cult. And each cult got their own sector. Mm-hmm. Now, even though it was like the heavenly cult, they're part of the demonic cult, but, they fall under it, but somewhat and not really. So this nigga from the heavenly cult, like this heaven's cult, I can't remember the name of it. I know I'm fucking it up, but this nigga got one dude who he reveres highly as a smart mind, a strategic person. That he got that nigga chained to like 100-ton bell, so that nigga can't do anything.
Why?
Because he's that smart.
He's so smart. You got to imprison him?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Nobody even know he's there.
Oh my God.
So he'll go there and then he'll just for his reward, he has like this one art where it's like illusionary art, and he'll put him in like a beautiful flowery meadow, and then he was like, all right, nigga, back at the bell. And then
horrible.
Yeah, so it was like 5 episodes of them niggas talking. And then now I got interested in their dynamic.
I mean, if you do something properly, especially like I said before, Danganronpa is all talking. It was done so well though that I was interested in all of it.
I've been hooked on that, Surviving as a Barbarian, and it was another one. I can't remember the name of it. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, Eternally Regressing Night. That one has been really good.
Yeah, I need to read more like new age manga. Like I'm starting to realize how much I actually prefer manga.
Well, it's a mix of both.
I think it's because when you're watching something, they have to have it set to a certain structure or a time frame. So sometimes it'll drag on longer. Or I'll say reading is at the pace that I'm reading. I tend to read kind of fast, so I kind of get through shit quicker than if I'm watching it. Mm-hmm. So I enjoyed that more because it's at my pace.
I just don't think that animation put the emphasis on certain parts that need that emphasis. That's the problem.
Yeah, I will say that because if you're reading a fight scene, it's completely different than if you're watching a fight scene.
And then, like, I'll give T-Bait a good example. In the manga, they fleshed out those fights and it looked a little bit better. So I was excited about it. And it's just very bare bones and like animation for the parts that I think was going to be good. Mm-hmm. And now it kind of made me ease down my like high opinion of the manga.
I'll say that JJK does a good job of when you see the fight scenes, they're so well done. They add stuff to the fight scenes that weren't even in the manga. They do a good job of that. Because I've seen some of those panels. I'm like, yeah, they emphasized.
Shit, I'm going to tell you the best I've seen is Naruto. Because if I'm being real, Naruto had so many different, like not saying manga animation. I do think the manga's good. I do think the anime is good. But nigga, even in the video game was crazy.
The video game fucking stellar.
Like honestly, the animation on the video game were better than the anime.
I was gonna say that it actually is. It looks better. It's
nigga, they was doing shit that didn't happen in the manga. Because I remember when he was fighting against Obito, and then the part where he puts the fan on his back and then pushes him away in the game. Because he pushes Naruto away, and Naruto braces himself, gets himself back together. In the game, when he threw the fucking fan up, Naruto caught his foot on the fan and then did Taiju Kagebushi no Jutsu. So all these niggas came and Rasengan them down. So in the game, that shit looks fire.
That's hard.
So they definitely made stuff different. They're just like, all right, this is because, when y'all fight regularly and then you do a cinematic scene. Mm-hmm. So they come up with their own one. You can tell that's fans that made that shit.
That's hard, bro.
Yeah, so
that's hard.
Yeah, each one was better. Not every time, because I think the Madara versus everybody shit was crazy.
Are you talking about in anime? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's still. He was. I still remember niggas talking about, yo, this one dude who was going sword class with him. If his sword ain't break, who knows what would have happened?
He was in that shit.
Because he was getting jiggy with him, and then his sword broke and it was over.
Yeah, And there's another one. It was Sakura and old lady Chio versus Sasori. And the game was good. And the anime was incredible, though.
Yes, it was.
The game did its justice, too, though.
That was Sakura's redemption arc. Just for nothing else to ever happen again.
Well, I think that Sakura definitely was very important in the war.
Yeah. I'll say it was her redemption arc because what we're about to talk about, I hated her so much.
I know I've seen so many people talk about this before. They just think that he did not like Sakura.
That's what how do you try to make her backstory so dramatic and her backstory is just, I had a big forehead. That's the backstory. They had like the doom, boom, 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 boom.
Let's be real. Niggas got traumatic shit that they hold to this day just from somebody saying some shit to them when they was a kid. That was traumatic to them.
In comparison to the people around her, though?
Hey, don't tell me how to grieve and don't tell me how to deal with my trauma.
And then her other backstory was, which she started in the first fucking place, was me and Ino are now enemies because we both like the same person. You started that, though. You went to her and said, I heard you like Sasuke. I don't fuck with you no more. And walked off. You started that. From the person who came to you and befriended you. You started that beef. Well, all of this is your fault.
I'll say this, though. I think they correlate the backstory song with anybody's backstory. So now we just like, no, we have some fucked up shit to this music.
Probably.
Bitch, you had this music for a crush. That's some bullshit.
Its tone is just sad.
Yeah,
doom, 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 doom.
Yeah. Like they had a backstory of like Naruto having bad guts with that song. So
this nigga is on the toilet. Doom, 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 doom.
Just doom. Thunder. Yeah, and he said, am I gonna make it? So I just think that, the backstory music that they use doesn't fit hers.
Not even a little bit. They should have had fucking.
They're gonna have a one with Choji. See the cabinet is empty with that music. I bet money.
My favorite flavor's gone.
Nah, he got everything healthy in that bitch.
Not Brussels sprouts.
That nigga just said seaweed.
So this week, Naruto episodes, what was it, 31 and 36? Which picks back up where we left off. Sakura being useless, as always.
How did it start?
Basically, she was like guarding Naruto and Sasuke. Had like a little wet wipe on Sasuke's forehead.
Nigga, I'll say this. I know we say she useless. She was definitely playing Mother Bear very good.
That, yes, absolutely. But she's sitting there trying her hardest not to nod off, and nods off, wakes up from the dream, and so she sees like a little squirrel running towards her because she heard something. She's like, oh shit, it's just a squirrel. Oh no, it's a squirrel! Throws a kunai at it and it runs off. You see the little niggas in the bushes like, how does she know that we put a firebomb on the back of that squirrel? The other dude's like, I don't think she knew. Let's go find out if she knew. Just exposes themselves.
She couldn't do shit.
They just pop up like, so how did you know about the squirrel thing? The what? Other dude was like, fuck this bitch, bro. Let's just get in there and whoop the ass. Like, ho. Look at the ground. That looks like it's been dug up. As a matter of fact, the rest of the grass around here is forest green. This one little patch right here is neon moss green. That don't make no fucking sense. This bitch trying to play us. He lift that shit up. I don't even think that show was under there, but he kind of lifts it up like, yeah, you ain't good at this disguising shit. Like, we can just jump over this shit, and jumps at her. She's like, I got you, bitch. Plucks his string. How she got that log up there is beyond me. That shit was massive. Like, that shit was building size.
Well, she was smart, so I'm pretty sure, like all the shit that she learned taught her how to do an adequate trap.
That bitch.
But her shit is too basic of a trap. Her shit was just textbook, literally.
But she threw a small house at them niggas. This nigga just sound waved it away, jumped right at her. And like she was already about to cry. They was just about to attack her. Rock Lee out of the woodworks. He kicks all three of them away and is like, Sakura, love me. It was funny is he was in his head remembering him asking her out. And then she said something along the lines of, yes, thank you, Lee. In his mind, that was her answering him.
Shit, nah, he remembered that rejection. Which I ain't gonna even lie. His entrance was harder than we put on. Because he seen that the firebomb was on that squirrel, and he was just like, "Hey, yo, my nigga, who did this shit to you?" Squirrel was just like, he was like, "All right, let's go, my nigga. Let's go meet these niggas." So he showed up with the squirrel on his shoulder. That shit was hard as a bitch.
It really was. Like, he managed to keep that squirrel on him, and this nigga was windmill kicking them niggas out of the way, and still kept a squirrel on his shoulder. Talent. But yeah, they were like, yo, it's one of you and three of us. What the fuck do you think you're gonna do? He ran at Rock Lee. This nigga Rock Lee picked up the floor.
Oh, he picked up the root from the ground. Yeah.
Yes, picked that shit up at him.
That shit was a mint tree. That shit was green in the middle.
It's like, God damn, this nigga Rock Lee. First of all, punching your forearm into the ground is already enough. This nigga picked up a root. He was like, nah, I seen what y'all did to Kabuto. That shit ain't happening to me. And then it happened to him.
Well, first he did. I don't give a damn. That primary lotus, if that other nigga wasn't there to soften that ground.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny? This is how in my head, I was like, oh yeah, these niggas are kids. Because Rock Lee has a flashback of Guy Sensei teaching him the primary lotus, saying there's only one instance when you're supposed to fucking use this. That's to protect somebody precious to you. In Rock Lee's mind, precious to him is, girl I have a crush on.
Well, that's precious.
That's what made me go, kid logic. It works. There's somebody you only met once before this, and now you have a crush on.
He loved her before.
He had just met her one time before.
Nah, he knew about Sakura beforehand. He already had a crush on her. He seen it. It wasn't like he seen her and then that was the most beautiful thing. He knew about her and he already had a crush. It's just that she didn't know he existed. That nigga loved her from afar, just like Hinata and Naruto. He seen her, he liked her, and then when they showed up at the academy, that's when he expressed it. That nigga loved that bitch already. Because it wasn't like, even when they first met, he wasn't like, who is this person over here? He knew that bitch name and social. That's different. She was precious.
But yeah, he goes.
He hit that nigga with the primary lotus. First off, this nigga ran at him. For this nigga to disappear from the spot he was at and reappear at the spot he was at to kick you up, nigga. Bruh, that nigga was not there. So he just ran. He was like, where the fuck he go? Came right back.
Because he was literally right in front of him. He's like, where'd he go? Oh, he's here.
Kicked this nigga up in the air, about to hit him with the primary lotus, and then the other dude punches in the ground and then used the sound pressure waves that he used to soften the earth, which he still almost died from that shit.
He even said, yo, I'm still a little rattled, but thank God this shit was a pillow. Imagine the force that even when you slam a nigga on the pillow, he still gets hurt.
Yes.
And you could tell the force because when you see Rock Lee slam him on the ground, how fast Rock Lee jets off. Mm-hmm. Like that shit was like that.
And then after that, what happened? Did he go attack Rock Lee after that?
Yeah, after that, Rock Lee started kneeling on the ground because that move takes a lot out of him. Even Mike Guy explains, like, this uses like 80% of your muscle capacity. Normally, you only exert about 20%. This uses so much more than that. Mm-hmm. That's why it's supposed to be saved. But he runs in at Lee. As Lee is standing there, he goes to swing at him. He intentionally does not actually hit him. He hits him with a sound wave. And all Lee hear in his head is, never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
This nigga rocked this nigga shit.
What is this? It's terrible. This nigga started bleeding out the ear. What is this noise? Ah!
And then after that, they were just like, all right, this nigga is out indisposed. Let's go kill this bitch.
Goes run at Sakura, and Rock Lee somehow manages to still move. And
this nigga runs like how usually niggas runs in their dreams.
He throws the kick and can't even connect. This nigga just dribbles his fucking ankle off the ground and hits him with another sound wave, this time bending the sound directly into his already shattered eardrum. And this nigga hears, it's Friday, gotta get... I'm like, how did this get so many views? Ah!
This shit, then that nigga was
completely
out.
Completely done for after that. Then Sakura tried to like take a little kunai out and throw it.
I laughed about this scene when I first watched this shit. Because the reason why I laughed is because everybody actually doing jutsus. She did her ultimate technique through 4 kunai and was tired. I don't remember what part it was, but when I tell you, like, I was just like, okay, she fighting back. And then this bitch took a knee afterwards. I was like, what the fuck are you taking a knee for? Is that your secret clan technique? Shuriken tools. And just out of nowhere, out of breath. I was like, you useless bitch. You ain't even use your real ultimate technique.
Cause she ain't got one.
Yes, she do. She got Iron Head. Yes, she do. She got a technique. She just embarrassed about her fucking she got a fucking tailed beast on her forehead.
Oh my God. It's the tail, it's the real tail, this beast. But nah, so the other girl on the SoundCloud Ninja team grips up her hair and is like, you're not going nowhere. Now we're going for Sasuke. And you see like Ino, Shikamaru, and Choji in the bushes. And Shikamaru is like talking to Ino. He's like, so what you want to do? Nigga, why you asking me what I want to do? Because that's your friend, ain't it? And then they go into the whole useless ass backstory about why Sakura even wanted to grow her hair in the first fucking place. Because she had a crush on Sasuke and he likes long hair.
Oh shit, that was so funny because her backstory, just like you said, it ain't shit for real.
It's not. It's literally, I moved into this village, everybody made fun of my head. Then Ino came and helped me gain confidence. And then I turned on that bitch for a nigga.
You know what's so funny is when you see Ino's head when they first meet, her head is like proportional. When you see Sakura, her shit is an apartment. Now her shit was going up.
Like she like those memes you see the videos online of somebody revealing their forehead behind the bangs, and this shit just keeps going as they raise their hand up more and more, and their fucking hairline is at the top of their head.
Like, they talk like she had grabbing her neck. I'm like, damn, that's still forehead. Her shit was a fucking canyon.
Well, yeah, they go into their backstory or whatever. So it's supposed to show the significance of the moment when she cuts her hair off. And all I did was say, this bitch is useless. It's like, I don't It would have been different if it was like her mom had long hair and then her mom died and she just wanted to feel like she was connected to her mom because that's why she grew her hair. I had a crush on somebody. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Let's be real, nigga. I'm sorry. Maybe just me, but niggas used to do weird shit when people like you had a crush on.
Like, I am convinced that the creator just did not give a fuck about Sakura at all. It's probably the same shit with like how people say Toriyama made Vegeta as a representation of his bullies. That's why he gets beat all the time. It's probably like, this girl I had a crush on in school never gave me no play, so fuck that bitch. This is her now.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
But yeah, she takes the kunai and the girl holding her hair like, what the fuck you think that's gonna do? I can see that coming a mile away. It's not for you. Cuts all her hair off. They give her this whole dramatic scene telling you the backstory and all that shit. She's standing just there.
Like, and then the fucking episode name was Sakura Blossom.
Like, you get the heroic ass background.
Nah, they didn't go too into it. They gave her 5 seconds of that music. They didn't give her the little hype sounds.
And then what makes it so bad is like, as she's standing there, the dude's like, yo, what the fuck you waiting for? Attack her. She's right there. As she goes in for the with the kunai at Sakura's back, you see her doing the hand signs, slow as a bitch. And the dude is like, bro, I know what that is. You're doing a substitute. Big fucking whoop. Stabs her in the back, substitutes. Starts running at the dude that gave the command with the little shuriken, with the kunai and shit in her hands, running at him, throws him at her.
Ultimate technique. No fucking chakra in them shurikens.
And then literally she throws him, stops, does more hand signs. Like, bitch, what? I know what that is. Project them shits back at her, poofs away. Then you see her falling
up in the air,
falling down at him,
doing hand signals. And he was just like, all right, this bitch about to do another substitution jutsu. Threw kunais, hit her, seen blood. He was like, all right, where this bitch going? This bitch still falling down. Like, goes to stab him. He forearm stopped this shit. He was like, what's her next move? Nigga, she turned to a pit bull. Grabbed that nigga arm just like she was trained. And then held this nigga to the ground. He just punching this bitch. She was like, she must be using the Earth-style Harley technique. Punching her in her fucking apartment head. He was like, God damn, is this fucking granite?
Like, the blood coming off was from his knuckles, not her head.
Hell yeah. This nigga was punching on fucking concrete. That's it. This nigga punched her 17 times and only caused an issue with her eye. And only punched her forehead. Finally did damage. This nigga was breaking his shit.
Like, this nigga was bloody as a bitch.
This nigga broke his hand, was hitting her with wrist. Her shit was that powerful.
It wasn't Sasuke that broke his shit. It was him.
Yeah.
Punching her head.
That shit won't doing nothing.
Yeah, punched her away. And you know what makes this is even worse is that them 3 niggas in the bushes were just watching this the entire time. And fucking Shikamaru was still asking, Ino, what do you want to do, dog?
And Ino, I ain't gonna even lie. I gotta say this. Ino was just like, oh, this bitch bit a nigga? She's showing some real resolve.
It's like, and she ain't have no other I ain't gonna lie. That shit, I will give Sakura this. When she got hit with all them kunai and still had the resolve to keep going, one of them shits hit her kneecap, forearm, hit her in the gut, and she still had the resolve to keep going. I will give her that.
Yeah, I like, even though I talk shit about Sakura, she is useless. You thought I was gonna switch? No, still completely useless. She ain't even help with the fishing.
She really didn't. She just put a bunch of wood in a circle and said, Sasuke.
No, he had her guard wood. He did all the wood, the rocks around it and shit, and she just stood there. Still need your fireball, Sasuke. I gotta do every fucking thing.
This bitch can't even light a campfire. What the fuck?
So I think Ino Shikacho popped out.
Yeah,
which I thought was hilarious because Ino popped out. This nigga, they had a hard ass pose at the beginning, all them looking determined. Shikamaru had to grab this nigga Choji by the fucking scarf to bring him there.
He was like, why did you drag me into this? This was y'all issue. We're a team. Y'all a team.
Then he tried to run away and shit. And the nigga was just like, you ain't gonna run fast, fat ass nigga. He said, did you just call me a nigga?
He hit the Goku button on that nigga though. It was like he finally fired up.
That nigga got mad. He said, yo, what you call me? He said, I didn't say anything. I just said that you are not sodium deficient, fat ass nigga.
Fat boy.
And it fat boy. that nigga said, I'm gonna show you the one jutsu I got.
Bowling ball.
Which actually it was 2, because he had expansion jutsu and he had the fucking what was it? I don't remember what it was called.
I don't either. That nigga was fueled by hunger and Cheeto dust though.
Shit, nah.
That nigga charged in at him.
Nah, he was fueled by the possibility of eating his first human.
Oh God! Just
like,
imagine him as a cannibal.
Honestly, if he was ever evil, that'd have been a good character.
It would.
For him. Mm-hmm.
That would have fit so well too.
Yeah, and he was
like, I have an insatiable hunger for people.
Yeah. Now you gluttony off of Full Metal. But yeah, he just chasing this nigga, and then the dude used the wind pressure, or the sound wind pressure, to stop him. Then he was just like, damn, this nigga ain't moving at all. He charged that bitch up. Then this nigga hopped that shit and then slammed on nothing. That was Choji's last ditch effort.
And then the other dude tried to save his homeboy, and that's when Shikamaru did his shadow possession jutsu, stuck him in place, and then
he said, "What is this paralysis jutsu? Shadow possession. Get your jutsu right. Nobody learns this dumbass shit."
You're the only clan that has this, and it is not like that. That jutsu is catered to just Shikamaru's clan. And it is not infamous at all.
He was like, if I'm being real, nigga, you was useless on a cloudy day.
Even Ino's clan has more potential than yours. Because her dad is like in fucking secret organization in the fucking village.
And then when they ended up pushing them all away, and then she did the mind possession technique on the girl, she was just like, hey, move and I'ma stab myself. He was like, bitch, she don't got no jutsu either.
She been standing around like Sakura the whole time, nigga.
Yeah, all she did was grab hair because she was jealous.
And even then, it wasn't that useful.
And she grabbed that bitch by the head. She said, bitch, is this head and shoulders?
Nah, she got that. She's like, this shit feels too soft to be a head and shoulders. This that peppermint.
Mm-hmm. He said, bitch, this bitch wash her hair with rice milk. And then if I'm being real,
be so many people that waste rice doing that.
Yeah. And then like she was like, all right, so y'all gonna stop? They was like, we don't need her either. Shot that bitch in the corner, hit her off the tree, and then I'm like, Ino, get back in your body. Why?
At any point in time, once you start bleeding from the mouth, the fight is over.
I love how everybody's jutsu got its own sound. Because when she did that mind possession shit, she got wolf. That was like, ooh. I was like, oh, that was hard.
It really is. Even Shikamaru's shit sounds like ninja elastic.
Yeah. So then, shit get crazy. And I think Rock Lee and Tenten show up.
Neji?
I said Rock Lee and Tenten. Neji and Rock Lee.
Yeah.
Damn, both wrong. Tenten and Neji.
Yeah, because Ino Shikucho crumbles terribly.
They did. Well, if I'm being real, they may be a rank lower than Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura.
Of the rookies, they're the worst.
Yeah, so then...
Easily. Like, Shikamaru's shit ran out in 2 minutes.
And then this nigga, Neji, did his Byakugan. The other dude was just like, bro, he's seeing through us right now. This ain't good. We need to leave. And he was like, no, fuck that. We ain't leaving. Hey, blind nigga, bring this shit down here so I can fuck you up. And Neji was like, oh, word? It looks like I don't got to do it.
Because he was sitting there like, we going full power, all out. Nothing can stop us now.
Nah,
that can stop us.
He was like, bro,
y'all have fun.
He said, this nigga is steaming grapefruit juice.
This nigga was like, you know what's so crazy? Orochimaru is in the curse seal so much, he pops up in your dreams. Because Sasuke was having like a fucking nightmare, a hellish nightmare of reliving his worst childhood trauma all over again. It's like, I was useless like Sakura in this instant. I can't be as powerless as she is. I need more.
And then he seen like evil Sasuke with just his jacket off.
His jacket off.
He was just like, hey, nigga, you forgetting who you are. We not trying to get friends. We trying to get power. Now you got it. You gonna accept it? That nigga showed up. That scene was hard as a bitch. Everybody was colorful but him. This nigga looked like a locked character. Just energy around this nigga. Even though you see Sasuke looking this terrifying, he says, Sakura, who did this shit to you?
Yeah, he was on go immediately. Everybody was like, yo, what the fuck?
He was like, Sakura, who hit you? She was like, what? This nigga Sasuke in his mind, he was like, who over here is strong enough to damage that forehead? He looked at this one nigga and seen his hand half broke. Him.
That's a telltale sign right there. This nigga fist is broken. He did it.
And you had to put a lot of effort.
That took more than one punch, nigga.
Into cracking that duplex. This nigga got behind him and did the Ninja Steiner recliner. First off, that fucking curse mark was looking horrifying.
Yeah, that shit looked bad. And as he was standing there, because the dude was like, I did that shit. What the fuck you gonna do about it? And then got arrogant, was like, because his homeboy was like, bruh, no. This is Orochimaru's work. Don't fuck with him.
And he knew about the curse mark because he was just like, first off, this nigga survived it.
Exactly, which means he already has something in him that's just a dog. And now and this is the worst I've ever seen the curse mark. Don't fuck with. He's like, man, fuck that nigga. You know what? I'm gonna shoot the whole fucking air pressure sound cannon at him.
And I'm gonna tell you how good Kishimoto was to a certain degree. You know how later on when Sasuke get he gets his Mangekyo Sharingan and then loses it in a day because he understands power, but he overuses it.
Yes,
nigga. We know later on when that curse mark fills his whole body, then he gets his own fucking outfit. Like I say his outfit, own fucking transformation. Nigga, it was on one side of his body. That shit was spreading. That nigga rapidly had ninja chicken pox. That shit was like on the right side, out of nowhere is on his toes. I'm like, nigga. I'm like, that shit was spreading quickly.
The first time he used it, he did that. Spread across his entire body.
And I think, just like you said, he did the sound shit, and then he did Phoenix Flame Jutsu. And so he thinking the sound shit was gonna stop it. Nigga, he disguised shurikens in the flames.
Crazy. And I'm assuming he only, because there was one time when he used that cannon
and knocked
shit
away the fucking thing.
So he only used enough to think he can put out a campfire.
Well, if I'm being real, it's a possibility that he was still using it earnestly, but him using the chakra from the curse mark to pump that shit up a little bit made it so it wasn't strong enough to stop those shurikens. So I'll say that.
It could be. But he seasoned that nigga up and he was like, no. You think you got me, nigga? Hold up. I'm going to just unleash the whole barrel. Fuck you. Did that shit. Sasuke with carrying two people.
And nobody's seen the movements, how fast Sasuke was going.
Got behind him and said, infamous back fist. Knocked this nigga to his niggas. Like, oh my God, bro. But this nigga Sasuke.
This nigga had his foot on his spine, pulling back.
That would already hurt. Just having somebody pull your arms back like that would already be significant amount of pain. That's not a direction my shoulders should be going.
Yeah, he dislocated both shoulders.
Like, everybody around was horrified. It was so bad, the scene turned red. Nigga. Everybody was like, yo, what the fuck?
And I'm going to tell you how scary it was. You seen, like, he was going to the next nigga, and Sakura, I was mad at her. And she was like, Sasuke, no! Grabbed him, and the curse mark went down. This tells you how scared he was of Sasuke. It's because when he went down, Sasuke out of breath, no more energy, he said, my nigga, you can still have my scroll.
He's like, here you go. I quit. I'll give you this as a peace offering. You got it, dog. Bye. Yeah. Fuck this. Hell nah, nigga. That is terrifying. I do not want to get his emotions heightened. As he's on the...
Yeah. He's sitting over here struggling. And then after that, that's when Tenten came down to get Rock Lee from Sakura.
Yo, why did they wake Naruto up like that?
I'd have been the same way.
They kicked the knot into his head to wake him.
Shit, nah, he had a stick. He smacked that nigga hard with that shit. He was like, hey, yo, bruh, let's wake him up. Nah, let's jump this nigga.
Now's our chance. We've hated this nigga since childhood. Which is weird because later on you do find out those were Naruto's two first friends.
That's the niggas that he met first. They didn't see this nigga's friends.
They were cool with Naruto.
Yeah, he rewrote that shit later.
And that's why a lot of people like this nigga be retconning a lot of shit. Because in the original, like, nobody fuck with Naruto.
Naruto's best friend was a swing. No.
This nigga got a comfort swing.
Yeah. This nigga, no, he did not have friends because even then they knew about him, they didn't fuck with him. But yeah, so they were just like, all right, y'all. And Naruto just like, soon as he wake up, this nigga hit the low crawl. Because first off, nigga, I remember what the fuck was going on before I passed out.
This nigga got instantly scared. Where is she at?
And then he was just like, bruh, bushy brow. Hey, fuck that nigga.
on 10 immediately.
For no reason.
For no reason.
And
You
Sakura
woke
just-
up from a days long nap.
And then Sakura just stole off on him. He was just like, what the fuck happened when I was sleeping? This bitch did not like that nigga.
Now all of a sudden he's her best friend.
Well, she gotta show respect because that nigga did not have to help.
No, he didn't. She even told him when he first got there, we are enemies in this, regardless of whether we're in the same village. For this particular segment, we are all beefing. So what's the deal? You know what it is.
And he's like, nah, I am expressing my love to you.
Accept me.
Watch this.
Got beat.
He said, told you I loved you, bitch.
I took one for the team for you. I'm never going to be able to hear on my left ear again.
So then now you see that, everybody left. And then they just like, bro, thank God we got a fucking earth scroll back. But now we need a heaven scroll.
And then they go to, in the meantime, what's been happening with Kiba's team.
And see, and Kiba needed that lesson because Kiba was overly confident.
Way too
He
confident.
was like, bro, we already got all the scrolls. Let's just go and just fuck with some people. It was like, wait a minute. No, we're good. We got everything we need. He was like, well, if we take scrolls from other teams, then that means there's less teams for the next fucking part of this exam.
I'll say his confidence somewhat at that moment was kind of warranted because they got the score they needed within 5 minutes of being in the forest. And they were the second team at the tower. But yeah, as they're running around, Key was like, yeah, man, let's go just fuck with some niggas, bro. We ain't got shit else better to do till we get to the tower. Let's fuck with everybody. Fuck it. We them niggas. I got smells all over this bitch. I don't know what's happening when it happened. And then Akamaru catches a wind.
A whiff of a nigga.
This nigga starts shivering. He's like, what the fuck is that?
And he was just like, all right, bro, let's go check it out. We ain't got to jump in. Let's just check that shit out. Now, Akamaru jumped in this nigga's sweater. He was just like, bro, what you tripping? He was like, yo, the big guy's scary. I'm pretty sure he didn't say that, but you took it as that because your confidence still high.
Yes, because he reveals later exactly what he said. Yeah, they get there. And you know what's funny? Remember when I said on a pod before, these niggas got crazy designs and we never see them again? That's the dude I was talking about.
Yeah, because he had the little cut on his eye.
His design was cool as a bitch.
And it looked like, honestly, I thought that was swords at first, but it was umbrellas. Because he was just like, hey, my nigga, I don't know why y'all stepping up. Because y'all young niggas ain't shit. And I'm going to show y'all why y'all ain't shit. This nigga grabbed all 4 umbrellas, threw them bitches in the air. That nigga said, rainstorm, Simban. All the fucking umbrellas started spinning, shooting needles.
I ain't gonna lie. That was kind of hard.
Yeah, everybody else would have had trouble with that.
Exactly. Besides the nigga who has an impenetrable defense.
Yeah, so that shit, he like lit up the whole fucking forest.
How the 2 people next to Gara didn't get hit?
But I don't get it. Like, because they showed back and it was just Gara there. Then they showed it back again and all 3 of them standing there. So I'm just going to let it go. But then he was just like, what the fuck? Then he did that shit again and then he blocked it again. And he was like, my nigga, I'm going to show you why these 2 niggas behind me listen to me.
No, he said, I'm going to show you why they're going to explain my power to you. Because that's exactly what happened. The Gara has an impenetrable defense that he doesn't even control. It controls itself. He's never been touched before in combat ever.
He was just like, oh, I got an idea. Since you like rain, I'm going to make it rain. This nigga that nigga did sand coffin shit, wrapped this nigga up snugly. And he was just like, hey, yo, watch this shit. This shit about to be different. Sent that nigga in the air. He was like, oh, I appreciate you. Because I did look at the weather today and it's supposed to rain. Grab that motherfucking umbrella, put that shit over his head. Sand burial. Nobody left.
You know what's wild? That means that he's shooting sand from the outside in and tearing him apart with it. Oh my God. That is an implosion of sand through your body.
Like, he killed him so quick that his blood couldn't change the red yet. His blood was black in his body.
Yeah, that shit was and it makes it worse. He was like, I will cover your mouth, but I enjoy the sound of your screams. Huh?
And then this nigga was just like, all right. The other 2 niggas was like, bet. Y'all here for our scroll, right? Here it goes. I'm going to drop this shit right here. We good, right?
Have at it.
And nigga said, oh yeah, we good.
Sand burial. What? You said we were good.
He said, yeah, I did. Y'all good?
You're good at dying.
He said, yeah, y'all up out of here. And then they were just like, all right. So, and God's still like, nah, this shit ain't enough.
They was like, yeah, we got what we needed. We up out of here, Gara. Let's roll.
You giving orders? Didn't I just tell that nigga that I give y'all orders?
Who the fuck you think this is?
You giving me orders.
That's why I have y'all explain my power for me.
He was like, no, I still got some shit I got to do. You see him move his hand over there like, bro, God, don't do it, bro. Listen to your big brother. He's like, big brother? Nigga, I don't know you.
I'm the dominant force here, bitch.
And tomorrow was just like, bro, listen to your sister. I ain't got a sister. And then this nigga just used the sand to make the little cap for the gourd, and he was just like, all right, my nigga, I'm out of here.
And then you see in the bushes and Kiba and his team are sweating hard. They're like, bro, I thought that was us. I thought it was about to be over. Yeah, we should go to the tower and stop bullshitting.
Kiba was just like, I'm gonna actually start listening now. My bad, y'all.
My bad, Akamaru. You were right.
So then it skipped that part, and you see Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura at a campsite. Well, first off, you see Naruto jumping off a cliff to scare the fish.
And Naruto's being a bitch. Why I gotta be the person to dive in the water to swim and get the shit? Because I am more proficient with kunai than you are. Prove it, bitch. Do you see the fish on the fucking tree? You can't do that shit, nigga. You've been getting beat this whole time. Remember who saved you from Orochimaru? Yeah, keep that in mind. I only lost because I got sealed, which is not actually true at all. But yeah, as they're like eating and shit, like, what the fuck are we gonna do? We've been in this forest for fucking 4 days now. At this, we only have 1 day left. It's probably ain't even nobody in the fucking forest anymore. Like, we don't have a shot in hell. And Naruto comes up with his grand plan. Let's just fake a scroll. I got plenty
before that, Sasuke went to go get some water.
Yeah.
And then that's when they were just like, bruh, what the fuck are we gonna do? And then Naruto was like, I got tons of scroll. Let's just fake that shit.
How will we even know what's on the scroll, Naruto? Just write some shit. I'm sure they don't pay attention to that.
No, he was just like, fuck that shit. We be good. How you gonna know to write it? Oh, well, let's open this one, see the code, decipher that shit, and just put it on the other one.
That's the dumbest plan that I'm gonna do. Sakura's like, fuck it, bro, we ball. Whatever.
Well, no, Sakura was against it. And then it went to like commercial break and came back and she was interested. I was like, all right. And then you see another team open the scroll and they get paralyzed. Then it goes back to them right when they about to open it, and then Kabuto stopped them.
I wonder what the circumstance was for, like, cause after they actually make their way to the tower, or this isn't a whole nother episode that we haven't reviewed, but when they open it, Iruka pops up. So I'm wondering if there's whoever sensei it is pops up and knocks them out, or if it's just like some gas and you have to be in the tower for it to not activate or whatever.
Well, I think because every door had a seal on it. So
yeah, true.
There's a possibility that had something to do with it.
Yeah.
So he was just like, hey, nah, I seen some other niggas do that shit. It's like some booby trap to it that knocks you out. So don't do that shit. He's like, well, what other fucking thing can we do? Because it's probably just us out here. He's like, nah, if you think about it, a lot of niggas is probably having the same issue with you. So what you think they gonna do?
Gather at the tower.
And if they gather at the tower, what they gonna do? They gonna ambush niggas. No, they're like, bet. So let's go to the tower and just ambush somebody else. My nigga's not that easy because they gonna set up traps around there.
And not to mention, you aren't the only one with that idea.
And he was just like, nah, we good. And they started running towards the tower. Naruto got caught in the trap. Well, he hit the fucking centipede, which Naruto just was trying to look cool. That nigga just...
Didn't he get caught in a trap?
He did get caught in a trap that... I forgot what the trap did.
I don't remember either. But I know he did get caught in the trap.
And then Naruto trying to look cool and then just sprayed and prayed and threw fucking kunai at nothing, which was a centipede. Then he
sprayed and prayed.
Yeah, that nigga didn't know what he tried to look cool the other time when he heard a noise and just threw a kunai.
You talking about when he almost killed a rabbit?
Yeah, like that nigga ain't doing that shit. He's trying to look cool. So then they were just like, all right, well, let's figure out where we can find these niggas. And then they walking around, and then Kabuto was just like, hey, bro, something ain't right. He's like, what?
Like, we've been able to see this tower for the last 2 hours, and we have not gotten any closer to the tower.
You're like, why is that?
What the fuck is happening? And then they look over their shoulder and see the centipede that already got killed earlier and was like, we've been walking in a fucking genjutsu for the last 2 fucking hours. Somebody has spotted us clearly.
Mm-hmm. And now they got us in this shit.
Which I will say, them niggas had a solid strategy, which is let them keep walking and thinking they're getting somewhere until they get tired. Mm-hmm. That's a solid plan. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. And then even when they found them, they ended up using a lot of Bushins, like a lot of clones, which these niggas was sitting here just fighting these hoes for a good minute, getting out of breath.
Them niggas what?
So
in the blots, as soon as you hit them shits just become more than one.
Yeah, so that's when Naruto was just like, well, fuck it, nigga, we ball. And they did the fucking clone technique, and these niggas warred for 30 fucking minutes.
Like, by the time they get fucking exhausted, the sun is almost up.
And then they were just like, all right, they look tired enough. So
like, yeah,
they stopped their jutsu to drop the clones, and then they was about to sneak up on them.
It's like, yeah, we got y'all now. Y'all good and exhausted. Y'all can't do shit no more. Give us a scroll already, bitch. You hear?
Right when Naruto smiled, you know there's a plan in place.
Yes.
That nigga he's confident, but not enough to look that confident. Then you find out that Naruto did the clones, and in the midst of all of that, did transformation jutsu for all of his clones to fit his other teammates.
You hear in the background like that shit 17 and 18 did the Trunks. You're in the graveyard. You're in the cemetery. Like, you just hear them niggas in the background. Got y'all bitch asses. Y'all thought we was just out here being foolish, just swinging all night. Nah.
We made Naruto do that.
Facts.
So
yeah, this nigga tired as shit.
And they popped up and there's nothing going on. Like, these niggas jump up. Sasuke did Sharingan and was stuck in place. And then Sakura just looking at Sasuke.
That's my thing. Every time something happens, you're just like, Sasuke, are you all right?
But Naruto did when these niggas popped up. They think it's shit sweet. He punched a nigga into another nigga into another nigga.
Yeah, Naruto was, I ain't gonna lie. Like, even they were mesmerized because they're like, this nigga has kept up these clones all night. We finally say, all right, enough is enough. We got the rest of this. And he still is clocking niggas, moving. And they're like, damn.
Even Sasuke was just like, bro, when did Naruto get this good? Am I tripping or am I tripping?
Even to come up with that plan in the first place, that was all his plan. Mm-hmm. Even to come up with, they's like, when did this nigga get like this?
So you see like Naruto damn near out of it. They were just like, well, fuck it. You think shit's sweet? They got up from getting knocked out and then they did the extra clones. Well, the illusionary clones.
Yeah.
Because those weren't even real clones. That were just illusions, which was smart on what they were doing because initially what they were doing is they put the clones out there, but they was waiting for you to dodge one of the clones' attacks, and they were actually hiding inside the ground and attacked you where you dodged to.
And that is where Naruto got the idea that he uses against Neji later.
Something like that.
I think so. Had he done anything like that up until? I don't think so.
Well, Naruto was doing shit that he normally wouldn't do anyway. That transformation shit was just him.
Now that is all.
Yeah, because I think Naruto, when he fought against Neji did the rotation and he got blown up and then he dug under him. Mm-hmm. So yeah, not really, but to a certain degree.
I think that's
because that was just like that nigga just went underground and used his clone as a distraction. That was just another Naruto out of nowhere. I'm not saying that he wasn't, but I can't say that because these niggas made clones to force you to dodge to where they were at, so they got a good attack on you.
I mean, you can draw inspiration from something and then come up with your own strategy with it.
That's true.
You still use a clone as a diversion while he real him hid.
That nigga does that often. I'll say he uses clones in everything he do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when he fought Neji and he did a rotation and then they both collided and it looked like Naruto was knocked out, that underground grabbing shit kind of was from Kakashi.
Had he seen that?
Well, Kakashi going underground and grabbing Zabuza? I don't remember if he did or not.
He didn't do that against Zabuza, did he? I know he did it against Sasuke. I don't recall him
doing
that against Zabuza.
Yeah, so...
And he did not see that at all. Naruto was tied upside down on a tree at that time.
Yeah, he had a good view then.
The view he saw was the lunch.
I got to rewatch that because I think he did see that.
He didn't see that? Because Sakura ran up one when Sasuke was already buried, but Naruto didn't see that.
Okay, but I still don't think he got the inspiration from that. It didn't remind me of it when it happened. It was just Naruto. That nigga just adapts.
Oh, yes, that's for certain. But there are times when Naruto will it seems like he draws inspiration from something that he's seen before.
Yeah, but I can't say that one in particular because Naruto went, well, I can see what you're saying because he was underground and then fought. But Naruto, if I'm being real, what he did on Neji was smart. We're not getting into this. Let's skip that.
But yeah, these niggas were hiding underground and used their clones as distractions until a moment where they can actually come up from under the ground, which they did, come up from underground and attack. And they were about to do that to Naruto, and Kabuto got in the way, and they hit this nigga in the face.
But that's when Sasuke started really questioning Kabuto because the look in his eyes was bloodlust.
Like, this nigga eyes literally got red, and these niggas saw that shit was like, oh no, what the fuck is this?
I think it was only Sasuke that seen it because everybody else didn't really think anything of it.
No, I'm talking about the dudes.
Yeah.
He intimidated the fuck out of them. They backed up, and that's what gave Naruto the chance because if Naruto didn't kick them away, Kabuto was about to kill them.
He definitely was gonna do something.
He was about to fuck them up.
But Sasuke picked up on game because Sasuke has darkness in him too.
Yeah, he seen that shit was like, something's off about this nigga. Something not right there. Like that look in his eyes was pure bloodlust. There's something's off.
So after that, they end up going towards the tower, which normally you would think that they would be attacked.
Yeah, but those were the only dudes that were actually there. Maybe it was because. No, you can't even say that because if the shit was over, they wouldn't have been able to even walk in.
Well, my thing is, I'm thinking that maybe Kabuto's assistants may have done something.
Oh, you talking about the dudes that were with him?
Yeah, on his team. His assistants were in, like, as soon as they walked up, they walked up.
They probably could have, but I was definitely expecting there to be. But I mean, it was like the end of the shit. So I'm imagining everybody who had anything walked in already.
Well, you saw doors closed with the seal on it beside their doors.
Then them niggas just failed.
So my thing is, I think that them two probably cleared the way, knowing that this was the mission, was to see Sasuke.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Yeah, and then they were just like, hey, let's get them to the next one, because they ended up showing up, breaking the seal, and then Kabuto and his niggas went on their way.
And then you see Kabuto meet up with Orochimaru. Mm-hmm. This nigga so cold too. As he's talking to Orochimaru, just puts 2 fingers up to his face, instantly heals the cut. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't do this in front of them, but now I can get rid of this bullshit ass cut that I was about to kill niggas over. Like, he was playing hurt a lot too, because he got cut 3 times during the exchange. One of them shits was on a kneecap, and still was just playing that shit off like, I can't move properly, even though I know I can heal this shit like it's nothing. He's a great spy.
He's a very good spy. You see that over time too.
Yeah, he's excellent at being a spy. But yeah.
Then they walk in, and then they see a little sign on top of the wall that explains to them how to use the scrolls.
That shit said, when heaven and earth collide, your destiny will be revealed. The fuck does that mean? It means open the scroll. Where the fuck you get that from? It don't matter. Just open the goddamn scroll, Naruto. And that's it, really.
Yep, that was it.
Then next is the infamous fights of... I'm not gonna lie. Sakura's fight was the worst during this part.
Naruto's fight wasn't good either versus Kiba.
I think he came up with a good strategy in that
Farting
fight.
in his face?
Never mind. I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, it was not good. I remember this. I remember the fights in the tuning exam very well. It was not good.
He just overwhelmed his sense. Mm-hmm. But nah, yeah, that'll be next.